And now it's time for the Real Estate Debate, where we debate the hottest topics in San Diego real estate. Let's welcome today's guests. Guest number 2, Joseph Arendsen, CEO of the Arendsen Group.
The real estate market is showing signs that we may be near the top. It would be wise to sell now if you plan to do so in the next couple of years. Otherwise, you're taking a risk that the market might turn over and cost you some serious cash. Agree or disagree, and why?
So I agree with everything that they just said. Hands down, if your only goal is to sell for top dollar, take your money and run, go for it. However, the situation we're running into is I have some clients who, they took advantage of the market back in 2006 and they sold at the peak, and it was, a staggering, fall, and they were able to capitalize on that. However, we're not going to see that again. We're not going to see the market take that big fall. And, right now, if, say, that client that I'm thinking of, if he were to sell, he would have to go rent something, and rents are really high right now. And it's actually more expensive for him to go rent than what he's paying on his mortgage that he bought in 2010. So, with that, I guess it's a case-by-case basis. Absolutely, if you're running off to a, going back east somewhere more affordable, you can cash out and buy something cash. Yeah. Go for it. Or downsize into something and have a larger payment. Go for it. But if your goal is to just capitalize on market, stick around in San Diego, and wait for the market to crash, I just don't see it happening.
Okay, I see. So what you're saying is, don't time the market thinking this is the top and you'll be able to buy cheaper next year or the year after that.
Yeah.
But if you do plan to displace, if you're planning on going somewhere else, or if you're planning on getting into a rental because you will be eventually going somewhere else, then it makes sense to take the money and run.
It does. It really does. And it's a case-by-case basis.
Well, you can't sell too early, right? You can only sell too late.
You can only sell too late.
Like in anything, where you're selling your business or anything like that. I mean, if you sell too early, you might be like, I missed out on a few bucks. If you sell too late, you might be like, I'm screwed. That's what I don't want to see happen. That's my main thing right now.
And the only way that you know that you've sold too late is on past data, right? So you're trying to gauge the market, and the market's cyclical. Sometimes it's little tremors, but if the market's going down, you know that because of past data, which means your house has gone down as well. You're late.
Yeah,
right?
No, you're late until it's too late.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think the market's going to go down the way it did before. I don't believe that. I think that maybe the interest rates went up a little bit just because we could stop it from going up too, because it was going up too fast. So the interest rates went up a little bit. I think it's just like we're going to just slow down. And again, everybody's freaking out about interest rates, but it's not that bad.
Right.
It's still at 4%, 4.5%. That's still okay. So to me, I think, if you want to just plan on selling, that's the topic. If you just want to sell, do it now and get more for your house. But I don't think that it's going to go down drastically in the next 2 years. I think
we didn't think that would happen last time
but
either.
Last time we saw what happened. You got a bunch of unqualified people buying homes, at 6.5 interest only, negative arms. It's different now. These are all qualified people. Yes, it's 3.5% down. We're looking at their pay stubs. We're looking at their W-2s. It's not the way it was where you just sign something and pretend, you can qualify for something and you couldn't, especially with those negative arms.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little bit different now. I don't think it's going to go down that crazy amount, but I think it's always going to be great to buy. What's your alternative?
You're going to see.
What's your alternative? You're going to rent?
Cycles.
You're going to rent?
That's the big thing that's helping this market right now. If it wasn't for that, rents being so high.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have that last time. Last time you couldn't rent your house, you couldn't give it away.
Right.
But now we don't have that issue anymore.
Actually, I saw that stat. In 2006, our average rent was about $1,400 for your 2-bedroom, 2-bath, grade A home or a townhome. We're up to like $1,800, $1,900 for that same. So you can't just turn around and go rent a place and
save
$2,500,
Yeah,
exactly.
$2,500
That's the base.
I don't know where that $1,800 deal is.
Yeah.
Holler at your boy.
It's completely different than where it was.
And
I
in
know
San Diego,
your rent
guys.
isn't $1,800.
No.
My rent's not $1,800.
No, you live in
Anybody else have
California.
rent that's $1,800?
But what we're getting into though too is, we're talking about, it's a good time to sell. But when those buyers sell, they're not going to go rent because that's not smart. So they're going to have to go buy something. And are they buying at the peak of the market too? And what's the repercussions of that?
There is
That's
that.
what I'm
You
running
can,
into a lot.
no matter what. Yes, you're gonna get some money out of here. But if you want to move up, that's okay. You take your money and take it somewhere else. What are you gonna do even if the market goes down?
I agree with you, but with the
Then
lack
your house goes down, and then the other property is
but with
down.
the
So
lack
you
of
still
inventory,
lose.
they're having a hard time finding a replacement property. That's
It just
what I'm running
depends,
into.
like, yeah, that's true, but it just depends. If they're moving up, I'm like, the average price right now is like, what, like 600? FHA, VA, everything's up to 612, 950. So if you, I mean, the average, I mean, they're moving up, obviously. So if they're moving up, I think it's a little bit better. I mean, what I'm seeing, depending on where you go, if you're looking at $800,000-$900,000 houses versus, you know, the median price, which is, you know, with 600.
Right.
So if they're moving up, I think it's okay because it's a little bit more inventory and it's just not that much competition. Because you guys know, and I know, anything under 600,000 is just like
Off the
$10.
shelves.
It's crazy.
Off the shelves, yeah.
So it just depends. Every situation's a little bit different.
Right.
Yeah.
No question. Sonia's very, very passionate.
Boy, and
Yeah.
if you're-
Oh, sorry.
if you're a buyer-
She's screaming at you.
Am I
All of
screaming?
us.
I have a lot of boys here, so I gotta make a point here.
I think if
She's
you're,
representing women in real estate.
Right.
Very well, I will tell you that. It's like there's
Feel the
three or
power.
four over here.
if you're a buyer and you're approved to 800,000, you don't have to spend 800,000.
Right.
You can find a nice house for 650.
Right.
And even if the market crashes a little bit, it's still, depending on how much money you put down, still affordable payment.
Yeah.
So
If you're buying in this market, it's okay. Just make sure everything's very affordable.
there it
Well,
is.
yeah, on a case-by-case basis, because if you're planning on buying a property and living there for 2 years, then it's a little bit more risky. But if you're going to live there for 10, 20 years, who cares what the market is doing?
Exactly.
You know,
And
you just have to
again,
be smart
buyer,
when you're going to
yeah,
sell.
you're right. Buyers are not investors, guys.
Right.
These guys are buying for their future.
Right.
So
And it kind of touches base on what I was talking about. I mean, if you're looking at an investor standpoint, which what you said, of course you want to time the market and try
Yeah.
to sell at the
Yes.
top.
Yeah.
But as an individual purchasing your primary residence, I mean, find a place you feel comfortable with. As long as it's gonna be a long-term hold for you. I mean, you're gonna see appreciation over time.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have a 10-year time horizon, you have to worry about the market at all.
Exactly.
All right.